theater. Blacks was scared as they around the side of the building, go through steps.
Yeah.
Except for this balcony up there. Wasn't allowed to come down there where we were. Well, where do you think I went? I went up them steps. And went and sat up there. Don't know why I done it. That's just what it was. And back them days, I didn't like it at all. And then when I went to Nashville, I went to work this company down there, and no blacks was working there. One day, I'd worked there and I'd made myself up to a little supervisor. So they called us. Now this is some backside shit they don't want nobody to know. They called us all in the office. Well, we're allowed to hiring blacks. And I said, well, I said, now they're gonna be using their bathrooms. They're gonna be using their water fountains. Like, what in the devil? What is it? And I said, everybody gotta get ready for it. Well, James Keeler, he was the first or second black he was working. Well, I was his boss, and everybody else kind of treated him as a nigger. Hell, we don't treat him good. But I didn't like that. And me and James got to be a real good friend. I stuck beside of James. And boy, me and him, we went through hell and high waters together. He'd tell you about it. And I didn't give a damn about my job, but I cared about my damn friend. Well, we started hiring blacks from everywhere. Of course, word already got around, get with Bum out there. He's a good man. I took up for everybody. You didn't have to be black or white, but I wasn't gonna see nobody discriminate against it no kind of damn way. I was mean as hell. And they started trying to get a union in out there at the little plant. And they called, got us all lost. Well, so I don't know how these blacks are gonna go, colors are gonna go about this union. And Bumlow said, you awful tight with the black people around here. Said, you need to talk to them. Said, be sure they don't vote in here. Of course, I'm a man of management. I said, okay. Of course, them some bitches, they don't like me because my old boss told me one time, he said, I don't understand you. Said, you talk white for a minute, said, you talk black. And said, I want you to keep these black folks from voting down the union. So my people work for me. I didn't get no crowds around them. People work for me. I said, look, have you need to come in here? Vote how you need to need one? It's bad to have one. My company didn't, but they never did know nothing. I wasn't talking do or don't. And people loved me, worked for me, and that was my main thing. They looked up at me because they knew I took care of them, and I got, made damn sure they didn't have to do no damn harder labor, blacks or whites or whatever hard. I didn't give down what color you was. Right here, up there.
Yeah.
And I was raised up poor, and I knew that was back there to make money. And to this damn day, I can't stand it. And I will do any damn thing, and I'm a good person, but I can be the meanest son of a bitch you ever knew. And that's just the way I am. I've seen you. Something got to be good, this girl here. And you're a good person.
Was you here when Martin Luther King was there?
Do what?
Is this when Martin Luther King was visited? Martin Luther King?
I was working at this factory when Martin Luther King was killed. And we worked at night, and at break time, we heard that he had been killed. Oh, there are going to be race riots everywhere, and this, that, and the other. I lived in Memphis, and I worked for the Black Party. James Keeler is as black as that bull on that can right there, and you've seen him. We rode together every night after we went to work. There was no problems, none whatsoever. I have sat out here since 2000 here now at the restaurant, and heard the guy talking about he was in the National Guard and how bad things were down there, and how they would shoot. The National Guard would shoot out the lights. That was a damn lie. There was very little of anything, destructions or anything. Black folks stepped in, they done a little marching. Got two colleges down there. They done a little marching. I worked in the middle of the black section. I worked on Harrison Street in North Nashville. Worked there every night. Never had them problems wasn't there. It was lied about. It was lied about. And so, me and James, we started running around together when he was still black. James, he sung a little bit, he barred. Well, me and James worked at that. James lived right up the street there, not too far from the plant, and I had to go through there anyway. Well, we got some friends, I dropped him off at home. And one night there's a black bar down there on 28th and Cliff. He said, let's stop in there and drink us a beer. And I was okay. I got to hang around in there. People all that. Hell, everybody fell in, we just all fell in love with each other. I told Jim one time, there was a bar out there in West Nashville. We worked out there in that area. And I said, let's go in here to this bar. This old country white folks bar. Always full of people. I took him down he said, now, so come on in here. He said, don't let him be up here dancing. I didn't say nothing. And then went on back there and got us a table and sat down. Well, they got the band, little country band starting up. And this old girl got up there wiggling that ass, going around. And they got old James up there dancing. But there's all that James dancing.
How did you feel about Martin Luther King dying?
I hated it. I have some. I hate for anybody to die.
Yeah.
Sometimes I kind of think Martin Luther King was before his time. About that time, I was sitting this place, and we even went down to Atlanta. We went down to his grave. Martin Luther King, he wasn't, in my way of thinking, he wanted equality. I want equality. I think everybody should have equality. I don't give a damn. What the hell is race? I mean, what is it? I don't know.
I don't believe in that stuff, like crazy stuff. I don't believe in you should be looked down on people because of their color of skin, because I believe that we are the same. Just because we're different color, we're all the same. How Jesus made us, he made us all the same regardless of our skin color, you know?
He put this
all one inside, you know?
He put all that inside. But, get back to Martin Luther King.
He was trying to bring I think he was trying to bring like goodness to like.
He was, but in my opinion, old George Roberts was governor of Alabama,
Mhm.
and there was so much hatred. There was, even in my day, there was so much hatred, and blacks, and I don't know, and I don't understand why.
Blacks
Why?
and blacks
No.
or whites
There was so much. Why white people hated black people so bad? I do not know.
because they're dark skinned or something.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Satanic.
It was way before my time. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think. I don't think the white people ever actually got to know black people back then.
Do you?
I'm gonna tell you another story. Since you're recording all this.
I like it. It's interesting.
Huh?
I like this history.
When I was about, I'm a descendant of the Bucks, who were a very wealthy family in Putnam County. And they had slaves. But anyway, and now I'm like 7, 8, 9 years old. We lived up there in the old farm where I showed you where the new house was. And there was Crusoe Buck. He's buried right over here. I'll show you. We'll take you over to his grave. He's buried right back here. And my grandpa used to go get him and bring him down to our house. Mr. Crusoe, he'd get me up on his knee. Said, best I remember, he was a big old black man. I believe had hazel eyes. He wasn't a dark man. He wasn't. But anyway,
Yeah.
he'd get me up there and he'd set me down there. And he told me about when he was a slave. And he lived to 114 years old. Of course, I'm just a kid. I'm sitting there listening. He said something about that farm up there where we had. That's where they lived. And he buried some money down in an old apple tree down there. It belonged to, I guess, his master or whoever. But when the slaves were freed, he never did leave. He stayed right on that farm. As a matter of fact, he lived right around here, an old house. I remember an old house over here that when I was a kid, my grandpa would go around and pick him up. It's right around the corner, right over here. And anyway, he was free, and he just stayed on with the Bucks. Well, he became a very prominent man in all of Tennessee. He had a black square with his shoe was and everything back there on Main Street or somewhere down in there. That was way before my time. And he was a good old man. But I remember him setting me on his knee and telling me about things back then. I don't remember a whole lot of it, but I do remember him telling me about Mr. Buck had some money and Union soldiers coming in there, whoever, whatever they were. He went down and hid it in a hollow apple tree. Now, how much it like that $2? I don't know. He probably didn't know. But that right there, that moment is very special to me. That people would not believe that me, Roy Bumble, ever sat on that man's knee.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about your buddy now?
So interesting stories. Got history.
Huh?
I like the stories because they got history and back in the day and stuff. Do you remember what's that guy? The president, Reagan?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do. I remember him very well. And I know people in this area didn't much like him. My daddy didn't even like him.
I wonder why they didn't like him. Why?
The reason they didn't like him because this area of the state was all Republicans,
Oh yeah.
and I mean Democrats, and he was a Republican. Everybody around here was Democrats at one time. They won't admit it, they were. And that's another thing I never was no party at all. Because I got in trouble many years ago. And
I think my grandmother wrote him once in a letter something. She has history, like she wrote him a
I
letter.
like Ray, to tell you the truth. Matter of fact, I was in Washington when he was president, or just up there visiting. But I messed around and I got in some trouble and I almost went 16 years to prison. And, so I can't even vote.
Yeah.
And I don't care because I can't vote, but I still have a voice. And that's probably better than down vote.
Yeah.
And I don't know how you feel about me.
So how do you feel about Joe Biden?
Joe Biden, his mentality, he's not, to me, he's too old to be where he is.
To me, he's not.
Joe Biden was a very precious man. At one time, he was very precious. Talking about putting them back in chains and this shit. I don't even care for that.
Yeah.
I do not like that. If you got to talk about that, go around the corner and tell some stupid ass black man about it, he'll love it. But not me. Not me. Don't, I don't like, I've got a bad tongue in my mouth. And I've got a high temper. But I'm always, wherever I go, I'm for the person, I'm for all the people that's less thought of, for whatever reason. I've always been less thought of. I won't put up with it.
What do you think about Trump?
Well, I didn't vote for him, but I think he done good things.
I think he done good things, but not everything. Like he wasn't wise on everything that he done, how he was acting. But I think he was like a good doing good things.
I need to go use the bathroom here. You're recording me.
Yeah. Just take a break.
Yeah.